fast-growing channel on Whatnot, focusing on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Dude, we're happy to have you here on Shellonomics. So before we get started, what I'd like to ask you is, what's your origin story with TMNT?
Oh, well.
What up, guys?
Turtles as long as I can remember. I was born in 1988. So when
I do not. Memories, the only TMNT number 3 I have is a Color Classics. Sorry about that. Thanks for asking.
I was a little too young to see the first movie. Parents didn't take me to theaters for that. But I saw the second movie. And I kind of have been obsessed with Ninja Turtles ever since. I was very fortunate enough to live in...
Not a bad one to hoard, dude, for sure.
I used to go to a store called Paperback Bazaar. That was owned by a gentleman.
And we're watching, I was on Shellonomics this past week talking about our community and our channel, so I just figured I'd throw that up on there. If you guys are wondering why I'm watching myself or listening to myself. But definitely check out Shellonomics if you guys haven't already. Definitely an awesome turtle podcast. Just listed a bunch of new stuff. Kind of running through the slabs, and I can always pick at some of the new stuff. But we got a bunch of harder to find movie adaptations, some Turtles appearances. You know, like Turtles appearance with Big Bang Comics, Gen 13, Turtles appearance, Flaming Carrots, all those fun stuff. Crossovers and appearances. Oh! As promised, here I am, Kodiak. I'm probably only going to be on for like 20, 30 minutes or so. But I figured, why not? Why not come say hi?
Long story short, I used to go to his store, Paperback Bazaar, which there's a famous...
And I figured we watch our Shellonomics episode.
Turtles exclusive that Peter Laird did. You may be familiar with it. It's a... It's 2 seconds.
Sure, no problem. Appreciate you being here. And
it's right here.
Doing good, doing good. Got all that stuff listed. Got all the ads up for the Discord. We'll see how that goes, if we just get a bunch of Leonardos or not. That'll be fun to see. But it'll be a good test. They're only going to be running for the next couple days, so we'll see.
That's with Photoshop at the time, but I don't want to talk your ear off on that. He now owns Paperback Bazaar closed down.
But that's cool, Silver Age. I'm sure you'll get it back pretty quick. I know some of those Mirage guys can take a little bit to get the books back, but I think Kevin's got a pretty good turnaround.
They've done exclusives, tons of covers of Ninja Turtles. Like, they're contracted to do exclusives for every cover of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Journeys. It's something that we have in stock on our store. I worked for him for over 5 years, and through doing that, I got to meet pretty much all the Mirage.
Sorry, the only tales that I've got from Volume 1, we sold our 7 not long ago, but I've got an issue number 1, ungraded.
Doing stuff out of the studio at the time, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misread that. I thought you meant CGC Tales of the TMNT number 7 lately. I get it. CGC takes forever. Yeah, dude, I'm very fortunate. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and they come to Heroes Con, so I can bring them books, and they will grade them and give them back to me next day. So I just kind of collect books throughout the year, and then I bring them to the show, and I get all my grading done one day.
Which we'll talk about in a little bit. We were able to connect
I don't have an issue 1 first print for sale.
Artists and allow them to buy stuff from their tables.
If I did, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't list it on Whatnot. I'd probably list it somewhere like Heritage Auctions or something.
Be like, okay, this guy wants this, that guy wants this. And
but for like Mirage graded stuff, we've got this Mikey 9.8, that Raph you just saw. We do have a number 1 fourth print, 9.6, this bad girl right here.
Like, I'm going to give you money, I'll take the thing, and then I'll go ship it. And they're like, okay. So to them, it was just an extra avenue of sales, so that ended up working out really well for everybody.
Oh, nice. The second's getting really hard to find.
I've always been into Ninja Turtles as a kid, but I really...
We're always updating our inventory, too, so definitely give us a follow. And then if you go to lookingfortmnt.com, like it says in the announcement, you can stay connected to our community. We got a bunch of Turtles collectors and all that fun stuff. Yeah. Well, we got a lot of different turtle collectors like share their collection. Right now in our Discord, you can win a free slab. Actually, you can win a Volume 1 number 8, graded 9.8 from our giveaway bot. And I do giveaways weekly out of our Discord, separate from our Whatnot.
Are you a fan of all the comics, like 2012, Rise, Last Ronin, all of them?
Yeah, in the announcement there, you can see it's just like my name spelled, looking for TMNT, but .com at the end. You got all our different community channels on there.
Read like Amazing Adventures, which was the 2012. Amazing Adventures.
It is, yeah. And it's a great way to win free stuff. And it's a great way to share your collection. You can make suggestions for the show.
I have read Last Ronin. I've read a lot of...
We've got like a reading club channel where people who are reading, you know, different Turtles books kind of hang out.
Is stuff that's kind of more obscure.
Oh, we got a Hall of Fame channel? I forgot about that. I got to post some stuff to the Hall of Fame channel, as a matter of fact.
I've never seen that before. That's my favorite thing to do. It's one of the main reasons I do Whatnot, to be honest with you.
Wasn't there a random one with... Since you probably, hopefully, if I throw you a layup, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I'm drawing a blank right now.
Here we go.
There was some weird comic that was like something sushi. It was like a parody of the Turtles in like the late '80s, early '90s.
Give me a moment.
Okay, cool. He does know what I'm talking. Yeah, there was some random. I mean, there's tons of crossovers now too nowadays, guys. There's Power Rangers, He-Man, Street Fighter, Naruto, Batman. There it is.
Bucky, green gray sponge soup.
Like he thought I wouldn't have that.
That is exactly what I was talking about. Okay, so that's Wheelhouse for you. Okay. Now, what is that one?
It's all Wheelhouse for me, bud.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And it was $3.33, though.
$3.30. Look at the artwork too. Awesome.
Don't tell JC I listed this.
That is awesome.
He's not allowed to know.
Parody of sorts, so why not get that ball rolling? You know what I mean? They always seem to be. Those guys were always really chill.
It's so funny. Crew kept showing stuff like this, and I'm like, dude, I'm listing that. Like as you're showing it, I'm listing it. That's so wild.
Kangaroos. There's a turtle appearance in there. It's like one panel, but they're in there.
I never even heard of that before, too. That's a nice.
But we got the whole shebang for that set there. We've got the that's my phone. We got the sneak peek, the official adaptation,
even that one at Shellanomics has
the impossible to find Raphael,
yeah.
Mikey,
so before we get to
Donnie,
usually people who are on Whatnot, eBay,
April,
Craigslist, all that,
and Leo.
Usually you collect your
So we've got all those for the movie prequels for the 2007 movie.
Because as myself and most do,
it's movie night tonight, guys, because we also have the first movie, Archie adaptation.
What's survived your
first movie, Mirage adaptation.
Casey Jones stuff.
First movie, Archie Adventures adaptation. Secret of the Ooze, Tundra printed this. That's a Crew and I were just talking about this too. Tundra Publishing actually printed that. Secret of the Ooze. Secret of the Ooze Archie. Turtles 3. And then Turtles 3 Archie.
Again, obscure stuff that people will know about.
So pretty much all the movie stuff. We also got some weird, odd appearances, this and that.
Talk about like what happens to like those Charlie Llamas. I'm guessing those are in your collection somewhere too. Where they.
So of course, guys, let me know if there's anything you're looking for. All the turtle stuff is in the auction tab. Let me know if there's anything you want me to run.
At the time, they were trying to shop around different ideas.
Yeah, some of those. Yeah, actually, all of those are.
And this book was never actually.
All of those are.
Like they made it only to bring around to companies, and I think what ended up happening is when Mirage Studios.
Because I'm going to be back in New Hampshire, I'm going to kind of. My collection's going to end up being a lot more specialized.
Because they weren't really ever. They never reached like a distributor.
You'll see what I mean once I'm up there for a few months. Like, and you're like, oh, that's what he's collecting now.
To sell
still turtle stuff, but I decided to kind of like pare down the collection a little bit, and make room for what's to come.
I'm a big Casey Jones fan, so I like Casey Jones stuff. So I've got a lot of different Casey Jones things. I got a whole big Casey Jones.
Still got over 1,000 books I have in my collection. I was trying to think of how to cut it down here and there. I wasn't sure about the 2007 ones, but it's one of those ones where like no one else really has them listed. Some of those like you really won't find anywhere. So I figured it might be worth it to have some. I like having stuff that no one else has.
Favorite cover for whatever reason is the second printing of the.
Hey, listen, you got a guy you can buy those from. He's got the Mikey Leos. What size are you? I think Crew's got 10s. Mine are 11 and a half.
And like I said, just really obscure stuff like. And that's the sort of stuff that like I am.
Ooh, 13, yeah, nope.
With my store, where it's like people will come in and ask for something, and
those are probably expensive. That's an expensive size to get, probably as well.
It's a habit I've had to get out of telling people like I've got something, but it's in my personal collection. That doesn't do anything for someone trying to buy something
because
from me. They don't want to hear that. So.
Because they're going to try and put a price on it too. We've all been there. It's like, oh, that's in your collection. How much? Oh, everyone's got a price. Like, no, it's just literally not for sale. So that's probably a smart move of saying is, hey, you know what I'm. So, one final question before we get into the Whatnot building here. What did you like prior to? Were you eBay? You probably still do thrifting and whatnot, like going to garage sales, flea markets. Any stories there?
So before I did Whatnot, I did work for Jetpack Comics for over 5 years, and I was in charge of basically their mail order operation. Or I would say I was in charge of it, but I was ultimately in charge of it. But I was heavily involved in their mail order operation. So I've had a lot of experience, over 5 years experience, packing, shipping, condition checking, just everything that goes along with comic retail. I also worked in the store as well. So, I did the front end, and I ended up owning and operating sort of the video game section of the store. So I was, Turtle stuff back then was stuff that I would collect and I didn't sell. I bought and sold video games though. And so I would go around to all the different flea markets, blah, 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 yard sales and stuff, pick stuff up, bring it back to the store. And I had a section in the back of the store.
Evening, dude. How you doing? Thanks for joining us.
And then I took, or let me use his space. And I did everything else. I would run video game events. We'd have tournaments and free play nights and all sorts of stuff. I kind of building communities and
doing good, man. Just hanging out. I just listed a bunch of new books, and I'm kind of just lazily running through. Check out the auction tab for everything we got today. I listed a bunch of Turtles crossovers and appearances and stuff. How many books did we just list?
Buffalo Wild Wings Big 6 gets you 2 entrees, 2 sides, and 2 drinks for $19.99. I love deals!
This is Alex. Alex needed help investing his savings. With his advisor Dennis, he opened 3 accounts.
We just listed about 40 new books, which is actually kind of light for us.
Alex has got a plan to get there. JP Morgan Wealth Management.
Yeah, I do. I just listed Flaming Carrot 27. I literally just listed that 5 minutes ago.
I managed to suppress them.
Yeah, there's definitely some unique stuff in there. I'm not talking it up too much just because this is the premiere show, and then obviously tomorrow. This is a sneak peek show, and then tomorrow, obviously, I'll run it all. But I can show you that 27, man. It's in great shape.
2K resolution at your front door with Blink Smart.
I had a feeling people would be going for that one.
Doorbells will change how you greet
if it's the one I'm thinking of, anyway.
You can just leave it on the porch. Thanks.
Battery powered.
But I have 25, 26, and 27. I had a feeling this one might be sought after just because of Mr. McFarlane.
Homeowners alike. Shop new Blink 2K video doorbells at Amazon.com/Blink.
I guess for those who are listening,
Ernock, what's up, dude?
I've never heard of Whatnot, but just have seen tons of YouTube ads. Hey, I got this Charizard card for $1. I've got these shoes.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you supporting the show.
So, can you explain what Whatnot is for those
and
who are new to the concept?
I'm glad you're able to find it, man. This was, like I said, it's in excellent shape, and I don't know if you probably your first order with me, but I always try to throw something, a little bonus in there for you. So just keep an eye out for when you open your package. You might see a little extra something in there. Welcome to the Rewards Club, dude. You'll get some coupons for that. And I'll have this out tomorrow morning for you. It shipped first thing tomorrow morning, so you'll have it out in the mail in less than 8 hours. Yeah, dude. Good eye. I'm glad you asked. So like I said, this is a super duper nice copy. But it'll be in the mail for you first thing tomorrow. And there goes the McFarlane, the only McFarlane TMNT cover. Yeah, man, I shipped super fast, so you'll see that out in the mail for you tomorrow morning. Again, appreciate you supporting the show, dude.
During the show, while the person is live, while it's running, a lot of times people will run things for 10, 15 seconds. Once the timer goes down, if no one bids on it, okay, we're going to move to the next item. And
I do have the 25 and 26, and I'm sure you were probably just looking for the McFarlane cover there. And I do also have all 4 of the crossovers.
More than they really should go for and whatnot, just because there's that sort of I don't know, gambler sort of mentality where it's like, you know, you're fighting, you want to win, you know, you want to be the person who wins the bid. So, you know, it goes both ways. You know, Whatnot is a really cool platform in that, you know, the live selling aspect of it is, I think it's great. Like if you're trying to buy like a comic book and you want to check condition on eBay, sometimes that can be a pain in the butt. Whereas on Whatnot, if I want to buy a comic book, I can ask the seller, hey, can I see the condition of that? And the seller will show me any defects in it. Well, if they're a good seller, they'll take their time and show me any defects. And like I do, I have different lights that I can use to shine on books to see if we can find any defects. And I check out the books beforehand anyway, but anytime someone wants to request condition, I'm happy to do that.
Dude, so do I. That's so funny that you just stumbled into the show tonight. You want? I'll just show you all. Check this out. Ready? I'll do a speed run for you. Because it's just weird that you showed up and like that's what I just listed was pretty much all that stuff. Here I'll show you.
Not knowing what's in it, and then they'll open it on screen. We did that with the TMNT 13 wine bags.
I wonder if I've got something that you're not aware of. But here, I'll show you what I got here. So obviously, Flaming Carrot 26 turtles, Flaming Carrot 25 turtles.
Whoever wins it. It's up to you.
4, 3, 2, and 1 of the Flaming Carrot crossover. Gen 13, this is a little known TMNT appearance, but they are in there. Big Bang Comics number 10, again, little known TMNT appearance, but they are in there. Savage Dragon 22 is a TMNT appearance.
It's the whole community. The Turtles community and Whatnot is awesome. There's a lot of really cool things.
Not even done.
They're nice. They're fair.
Savage Dragon Turtles 95.
They're happy to.
Number 1 and then number 2. Savage Dragon Turtles 93. Number 1. Last of the Viking Heroes. This is the trade paperback. It's individually numbered and signed on the inside. Last of the Viking Heroes again. Last of the Viking Heroes again. Creed Turtles.
Because we've been sitting here talking about answering this guy.
Quest for Lost Dreams.
And that's just kind of the way that I am. I'm very laid back.
Anything goes. Turtles with Guns.
Awesome community around the Looking for TMNT project because
Grimjack Turtles appearance. They show up at a bar real quick. And then, of course, the Action Zone with the turtle story in there from our friends at CBS.
That's why this is going to be a cool podcast because Twitch and Whatnot are both community based. Like I say it all the time on my channel. It's not about you, meaning you're the host.
But that's so funny. You're into that stuff, man.
This is live. So I've seen people on Twitch before too, where it's like, "Hey, man, so it's like, no, nobody."
Oh, dude, I'm glad you like them.
So if people are,
what's the most expensive card I have tonight?
But I wanted to ask you more on the selling prospect.
I don't.
But just 2 things.
I don't have any. I don't think I have any trading cards for sale at all. But if you join our Discord, I'm giving away this one. This is a cool one.
Probably not as much, I'm guessing. And the other question,
it's signed by Dave Sim, the creator of Cerebus, but it was for Ninja Turtles number 8 remasters. They're kind of Kickstarter exclusives. You can't just get those.
Otherwise, there's no point selling it.
I got all sorts of weird stuff in here, guys. Hit me with all the questions. All the questions.
30 or 40% cheaper.
So, yes and no. So, as far as the second question is...
Yeah, tonight, that's so funny, man. Tonight was the night of listing turtle crossovers and appearances and stuff.
You don't know what the price of
that's one of those things. I like to keep the auction tab on Ninja Turtles, and I didn't want to, like, muddy it up or confuse it, but I figure if I just put that there are turtle appearances on there, people will understand why they're in the auction tab.
Customers came to me one day and said, "Logan, do you know anything about this book?" I said, "Yeah, I know everything about that book." And
we're talking about PPVZ.
I go, "Oh, let me reach out to my friend and get a bunch of them, and we'll sell them for $45." Because,
and of course, if there's anything I showed you that you want me to run, man, just let me know. Like I said, you got those coupons. Feel free to use those this show or any show.
So
and definitely hang out with us. Give us a follow here on Whatnot. And like I said, if you go to lookingfortmnt.com, looking for TMNT, just the way my name is spelled, my username is on here. .com. You can join our community. We've got like a Discord. Like I said, right now you can win a slab in there and that card I just showed you. It's growing more and more. I mean, a couple weeks ago we had like 20 people in there. Now we got like over 50.
When I was looking for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Burger King Kids,
feel free to hang out with us here. Anytime you see us live, feel free to hang out with us, whether you're shopping with us or not. We're always happy to hang out, for people to hang out and just chat turtles, watch turtles.
Probably sell those for somewhat of a premium. You know, it's like they sell Ninja Turtle stuff. They're probably gonna sell it for like $10 to $15. Instead, I went.
Let me know if there's anything I can do for you guys. Like I said, just kind of a sneak peek of the stuff we'll be running tomorrow. I just listed about 40-ish new turtle books.
Every single one of them was like, yeah.
And I might even list some more stuff when I'm done. I don't know.
Yep, $2. Let's do $2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
it's the same when you go to Grandma's house at the garage sale. Who's getting rid of her, grandson Super Mario on GameCube, and it's like, I don't know, $10, $10. Okay, thank you, and then you're both happy. So.
And that's sort of the strategy you have to employ. Now that being said, there are also sellers who that I don't mean to say it to say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sellers will always ask a premium for all their stuff. Like I cut deals all the time for people, and I've gotten some great deals from turtle sellers, some amazing deals from turtle sellers. And I think really what it comes down to is, what do they specialize in? And what is the seller really trying to do? Like I've got.
I'm thinking of listening to myself. Can't do it anymore.
They're trying to move inventory quick because they have a project they're working on.
But we were on Shellanomics just last week. If you guys check out Shellanomics, we were on his podcast just talking about the Looking for TMNT project, our fans and friends.
The guy be like, hey, I'm trying to open a store, and I'm gonna sell all this stuff off.
The most expensive card I have tonight. Interesting. Dude must have been the sports card bought.
How has a nurse impacted your life? Share your story at thepowerofnurses.org.
I do not have Nintendo Power number 6. Thanks for asking, though. All the turtle stuff I've got, if you're into Ninja Turtles, is on the auction tab, and then everything else is in the buy it now. There's over 2,000 books in the buy it now, but I don't think there's any Nintendo Power.
We're not the only intelligent civilization in the universe.
What did you steal?
Kodak, it's one of those nights. Everyone's going to be coming in and asking for the thing. Asking for He-Man Silver Surfer.
This is a story about us. All of us.
Good morning, Kansas City.
Up against the most extraordinary event in human history.
What's happening to me? I'm frightened out of my wits.
You don't need to be. We have someone else.
Daniel Keller.
Who is this?
Do not go back to the house. They found you. I don't know who you are, but they're gonna kill you.
Skip.
Among the variants released by Playmates this year were many mutants. Adult collectors got a taste of NECA for the first time with their San Diego 4-pack release of the Mirage Turtles. Since this was a licensing agreement between Mirage and NECA, the designs had to be comic accurate and not exhibit any cartoon characteristics. To avoid competition with Playmates, NECA could only sell these figures in specialized stores, and they couldn't compete for the same audience. Despite the novelty, these turtles weren't selling well at the time, and it's usually considered that this release was ahead of its time. They were sculpted by the Four Horsemen, and they had a limited release variant in black and white. One additional issue of Volume 4 came out in 2009. Issue number 31 would be ready in 2009, but for various reasons would remain unprinted until 2015. In his blog, Peter promised that he could wrap up the storylines in more or less 6 issues. In the Tales book, the 2003 universe continued inspiring changes, with the adaptation of Hun finally revealing the secret origin of Casey Jones. Another significant event this year was the introduction of the Turtleverse in the pages of Tales of the TMNT number 58, during the final team-up with the Wild West Cowboys of Moon Mesa. While the project for Turtles Forever was around for a couple of years by now, the timing of the releases meant that the possibility of visiting other iterations was introduced first in the comics. 2009 was the year of the franchise's 25th anniversary, and one that fans would never forget. It started with a chance to win cool stuff in an online sweepstakes, including a limited edition bronze statue and a trip for two to New York. The marketing company organizing the event was Peppercorn. The celebration kicked off in February at New York Comic Con. Peppercorn would let a filmmaker film footage for his documentary about the history of the TMNT. This filmmaker was Isaac Elliott Fisher, and this was the documentary that is now known as Turtle Power, the definitive history of TMNT. Driven by Isaac, with the help of his friends Randall Lobb and Mark Hussey, they started filming for their Canadian company, Definitive Film. After interviewing a few fans, they realized they need something more. So Isaac went to New York Comic Con to connect with Mirage Studios. Peppercorn's help allowed Isaac to gain full access to the anniversary events. It was at the convention that he finally met Kevin Eastman, who would help him connect with many other notable figures in TMNT history. The TMNT Party Bus toured the country as a mobile turtle museum, showcasing all things TMNT, including character appearances and martial arts demonstrations. Wherever the bus went, fans could take pictures with the turtles, play video games, or simply admire the collection. It made 50 stops across 10 cities. It made its first stop in New York on April 23rd to light the Empire State Building green. There was also a screening of the 1990 live-action film at the Tribeca Film Festival, with the cast and crew in attendance. It was also in April that Mirage announced a new live-action movie for 2011, retelling the origin and adapting the first few comics. It was to be produced by Scott Mednick and Galen Walker, and funded through Lightbox Production LLC. 4Kids Entertainment was going to act as the master licensor for the movie merchandising. Some ninja casting calls took place along the tour, with Ernie Reyes Jr. acting as judge for the chance to get a spot in the 2011 movie. Their second stop was in Philadelphia, where the Turtles went to a Phillies game and even got out on the field with a Philly fanatic. The following stops were Detroit, Chicago, St. Louis, Dallas, Denver.
Kodiak, I just made an adjustment to the Discord. I added a new channel so that, you know how like when someone joins, it says like, oh, this person joined or whatever in the general chat? I made a channel for that shit to go on. So that way people can like welcome new people and like, you know, say hi and introduce themselves, but it's not going to clog up the general chat. I figure if we have an influx of people coming in over the next few days or whatever, it will be it might help keep things more organized. I'm trying not to have too many channels. You know, I only try to add channels when it's absolutely necessary. But I think that I noticed like in the last wave of people we had coming in, like the general chat got kind of bogged, so I thought that might be useful.
Of The Dark Knight and Batman Begins. All four movies were re-released in a collector's edition on DVD and Blu-ray.
I'm gonna test it right now. If you look in the Discord under Dimension X, the Dimension X category underneath shows, there's a new channel called New Friends. I'm gonna test it right now.
Keep your taste buds waiting.
Nature made.
See if it works with one of my other Discord accounts.
We take care of you.
The annual trip with friends happens every summer, and they always book with Expedia, the one place you go to go places. They're already planning their next summer holiday together. The debate, vacation home, or hotel. Wait, what if everyone got what they wanted? A few days at each place? The next trip was planned in record time. Okay, back to having fun. Expedia, the one place you go to go places. For 4.5 billion years, Earth has never once stopped recycling. A seed breaks through the soil. Leaves unfurl.
Let's see if this will work.
Flowers blossom. The tree bears fruit for all. In time, its leaves and fruit wither and fall, returning to the soil to nourish new life. At every stage, nature cares for what follows. The way Earth uses
Did it work?
its own resources,
Ha! It worked.
nothing goes to waste.
All right, cool.
Imagine if the energy we use followed Earth's way. If, instead of ending as waste, the materials that power our lives were drawn back to power the next chapter. How different would our tomorrow be?
Oh.
Hanwha is delivering the change our time calls for.
All right, probably give it another 5 minutes or so, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. I gotta be back here. I gotta get everyone's stuff to the post office for 9:30 tomorrow morning. Then be back on for 10 o'clock. So we'll be here.
Into tomorrow's energy. We move the energy transition forward. Sustainable solutions for Earth, for life. Hanwha.
And goings. The cancelled Archie Forever War saga was going to be published in 3 issues in November and December. To bring readers up to speed, a trade paperback titled Future Tense was published in July, collecting the Future Shark trilogy and the Dreamland story arcs. Unfortunately, the process to get the Forever War going was so slow that it was unlikely to come out during the anniversary year. Another project that would never see the light of day was a Mirage Universe sourcebook. This project was going to bring some order to what was canon and what wasn't. Writer Tristan Jones was involved in verification, confirming all events and bios. It was going to be about 160 to 180 pages long, and it would have been a flip book, one half about the good guys and the other half about the antagonists. Other writers involved were Steve Murphy and Jake Black. A final 4-issue spin-off Donatello miniseries was published by the end of the year by Jim Lawson and Eric Talbot. The Brain Thief explored Donatello's morality as he teamed up with a captive Baxter Stockman. On the Kevin
Oh no, dude, that's perfect timing. I'm probably gonna head out here in a minute. Guys, let me know if there's anything you want me to run, Kodiak. I maybe see you tomorrow. If not, I hope you have a great weekend. All the turtle stuff we got today is in the auction tab. Give us a follow, guys. We're going to be wrapping up here shortly, but we'll be back on tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. We're on every Saturday morning. Yeah, Kodiak, take care, man. Thanks for showing. But let me know if there's anything I can run for you guys, or if there's anything you're here looking for, and I can definitely help you out before we wrap it up here in just a few minutes.
Released for the Wii and PlayStation. The game kept the same style as the 2007 movie, but added other characters, such as the Fugitoid and the Utrominator. Ubisoft also released Turtles in Time Reshelled, which was an enhanced remake of the 1991 arcade game. It was digitally released for PlayStation and Xbox 360. The game was a commercial success, but eventually disappeared from the online stores after the license expired. Ubisoft also released TMNT Arcade Attack for Nintendo DS. This side-scrolling beat-em-up game was a tribute to the arcade games of the early 90s. It was released for the holiday season, but fans could play the game early by visiting the Party Bus in Seattle at the beginning of September. The Turtles had a good year. Playmates, not so much. Without new episodes...
Neither am I, dude.
action figure sales
Neither am I.
Compared to 2008.
It's in there, though. Are you looking in the buy it now? Oh, boy. There's a lot of books in there. Yeah, all the non-turtle stuff is in the buy it now. We got over 2,000 books in there. Yeah, I'm not familiar with what that is either, to be honest with you.
There were plans to release Mirage.
One of my many weird indie books.
But these plans were aborted after the breaking news in October. And speaking of Mirage, NECA released in April that came bundled with Mousers as a San Diego exclusive. As I mentioned earlier, Turtles Forever premiered in the United States at San Diego Comic-Con. Since the film was a team-up with the 1987 Turtles, a special deal had to be made to allow characters and designs from the Fred Wolf cartoon to appear in the movie. The movie was the first animated project to use the Turtleverse, and the first to animate the original Mirage Turtles. Given the production's budget constraints, they couldn't bring back the original cast from the 1987 show, because they'd have needed to pay them union salaries, and the 2003 show was non-union. They also couldn't use the original music, as the licensor wasn't very cooperative. As a result, they ended up using sound-alike music. Both Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird had lines in the movie as themselves, even though they were played by actors. The show's sudden cancellation during production gave the movie a new purpose. The team realized this would be their swan song, so it needed to end with a big bang. Unfortunately,
all right, guys, just a short one. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Last call. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Knowing this was going to be the last chapter, finish the movie after getting.
And of course, if you're looking at the buy now, you can buy stuff out of there anytime. It's always on. Just the turtle stuff is limited to auctions, so.
It was eventually broadcast as 3 episodes, and also as a TV
All
show
right.
on the CW on November 21st, 2009. After 9 years away from the franchise, it was ironic that the next chapter would kick off with the help of Surge Licensing.
See if we got anyone we can raid.
He was surprised to be contacted by Nickelodeon as an advisor. They were interested in acquiring